I will close my camera. Hi everybody, it's nice to meet you today in Unvivo Essentials workshop. It is about how we will use Unvivo in qualitative data analysis. I will close the camera now so we can focus on the presentation. Let's start. Oh, sorry. Okay. In this workshop, we will learn about principle of using NVivo throughout the research cycle. Also, we will have an introduction to NVivo terminology, and the NVivo interface. For sure, we will know how to create a new NVivo project, and after that, how we can import data, then organize these data, and after that, exploring and be familiar with the data that we have imported. As you know, in qualitative, we will do its kind of coding and have new themes and discovering themes. All of that we will see how we can implement it using Mvivo. We will have an introduction about the classes and the classifications, and also we will have different way of automatic coding by using Mvivo. Queries and visualization are two ways that will help us at the end of the project to present our data in reporting. Let's now talk about Unvivo. Unvivo is a tool. But this tool will provide us with the ability to deal with information, store the information, organize this information, and help us to sort them, get an idea about how we can benefit from this data in our research question. But at the same time, it cannot decide the decision about how we can use the data, what features to use from Mvivo, and when to use these features. It is not Mvivo work, it is the researcher. In qualitative data, you know that the researcher is the most important tool, the most important aspect of the research. He or she is the one who can decide what feature of this bank of tools. We can talk about Unvivo as a bank of tools that provide us a lot of abilities to deal with that, with data. But to choose from these tools, we need to know what we want exactly. We know when we go to qualitative queries, or when we are conducting a qualitative research, we usually do interviews. This is maybe the most famous one. We also do like document analysis sometimes. We can collect narratives, and we also conduct observations. Also, open questions also provide us with a lot of information. The data that we receive have different format. It can be text, it can be images, sometimes sounds. If we are recording the interviews, it can be also videos in the observation. All of these things we can deal with them by using Mvivo. Also, when we are going to conduct a qualitative research, it is not only that we are collecting data, also as a researcher with our reference framework, with our previous experiences, we have with our maybe literature reading, review, all of these things will also give us the ability to reflect. So we will have our own idea, our own explanation. So either the data external or it is outsourced from the sources that we are collecting data, or even it is our insights, notes, memos. This is also can be done by NVivo. So we will collect data, we will analyze them, and at the end we can report. All of these things are done in NVivo. How that is connected to the data analysis cycle? Let's check here. When we analyzing qualitative data, we need to prepare data for analysis. NVivo help us to prepare data for analysis. We need to explore the data, analyze the data, represent the data, and interpret the results and validate our data. So all of these steps are available, and NVivo can help us. The new feature in NVivo or the new NVivo provide us with different abilities. Some of these features will be covered in this essential workshop, and other I will give you sources that you can access to them, so you will know more about them, because they are connected to other external programs or extension to NVivo. Like for example, there is a new NVivo give us an extension that if we download it, we will have Unvivo logo in Microsoft Office application. So directly we can integrate with Excel, Word, and also Outlook. This can be downloaded from Microsoft apps or something. Also, NVivo give us a tool that help us in transcription. There is like an inherited tool in NVivo, but there is more advanced tool that we can use it for transcribing, which is also an added feature. It is not within the NVivo itself. Also, of course, manage, analyze, and visualize. This is in the NVivo. NVivo allow us to, if we are a team working on the same project, we can collaborate with each other through NVivo different modules that available. And of course, we can publish, give us more enhanced referencing and visualization steps. Let's here in NVivo, when we will open the NVivo, we will discover that we will create the main basic windows. It is about creating a new NVivo, importing data, organize this data, and explore. Here, I found this picture, this image in one of the research about utilizing NVivo in qualitative inquiry. It is about how different tools that we use it in within self-reflection and consultation of external sources. Of course, when we are talking about consultation of external sources and self-reflection, I mean here talking about like getting in external sources. It's about interview, observation. Even if I'm getting in literature and I want to add it to my work to review it. By self-reflection, it is my notes, annotation, the mind maps that I might create during the work, and others. I didn't use let us say I didn't use the rest of the things here because it is a little bit different in a new Mvivo. There are I will show you that some differences between the new Mvivo and the previous Mvivo, if some of you have the previous one, but it is not really a lot, but it might change the idea in how we deal. It become more friendly now. Becomes more friendly. As Mvivo advertise, they have launched in their website. They have launched a new version on 2020 and on March. And this new version have like a trial version for 14 days. We can use it for 14 days. I found a very helpful YouTube that can help people who are using a previous version to shift directly to the new version. It will make it will be very easy for all of you to use it. So if you want, I will share the link with you in the chat. Let me try to share it now for those who want to see the video. I will share it. Let us go to share. And enter. So you have now the link for the video. It seems that I stopped sharing. Let us turn back to share, view. Are you all with me with the presentation? Meta, the presentation is shared again?
Yeah, Shireen.
Okay.
We can see it.
Yeah. As I promised at the beginning of the meeting, I will show you the installation steps. But for those who attend later, please do not follow the steps with me in this phase of the workshop, because as I tried it morning today, when I installed the Mvivo at my computer, it took approximately 30 minutes plus to be installed. So it takes really time to be installed. So you can install it after the workshop, and try now to follow with us the steps and the steps to the steps. You can write it, or of course, as Meta say, you can follow it tomorrow with the video. For installing the new version, you can only write try Mvivo in Google or in any explorer. Let us share it. I will share with you now. You know, I try to share the whole desktop to make to facilitate the moving from different screen easier. Let me see what I'm opening, so it will be easier for me to facilitate moving from one screen to another instead of stop and okay, I'll stop sharing now and I'll share the screen. So now I'm sharing the whole screen. I'll go to Explorer. This is the video that I talk about it. This is what's new in Unvivo PC version, the new one. Here, what is this? Okay, here I'll write try Unvivo. Are you with me with the Explorer?
Yes, Shireen.
Okay, I will write try Unvivo, and as you see, we will find try Unvivo the first screen. Here, discover the power of Unvivo today, and you will find the try Unvivo. And if you want to buy it directly, you can buy it, of course. If you have a membership, you need to sign in. And if you do not have, you need to create one. So you will press start the trial. And you will choose, if you have Windows, you will choose Windows. If you have Mac, you will choose Mac. There is also a collaboration cloud trial and also Unvivo transcription trial. This is for transcription, as I talk about it. It is only for 15, you can like 15-minute free transcription. You will go to start a trial. And you will continue. You will notice that there is no price, and you will continue. You will enter your email, and after that continue, and then password, and you will receive like let me try and you will receive like a confirmation email. You will confirm it, and after that you will have a website that told you you can start download it. The download will take approximately 30 minutes. And let me take you to the presentation again to show you the screen that will be, you will see it. During the installation, you will may be requested to restart the program like 2 times or 1 times, it depends. And after that, you will be able to have Mvivo in your computer. As I say, I will show you the one of the old versions and one of the new version. If you open in the YouTube and you find some, there are, by the way, there are a lot of videos that explain different features of Mvivo. So if you find some different screens, different tabs, you will understand that it depends about the version itself. So I'll show you version 11 and the 2020 version now. Okay. Here, this is Unvivo 2020, the last version, the one that I have installed today. Welcome to Unvivo. As you see, it is a trial that will expire within 30 days. I'll choose Launch Unvivo. It seems my computer start to be out of date. It is very slow, or Unvivo, it is a little bit heavy. Okay, this is the first screen that you see it when you enter to Unvivo 2020. Let us see the other Unvivo. I have a plus version from this Unvivo, Unvivo 11. Maybe Unvivo 12 is more similar to Unvivo 11, to new Unvivo than my Unvivo, but this is what I have in my at my computer. So I'll share it with you now.
Shireen, excuse me. There's a question from student. He's asking there is like whether there's permanent one available or it's only by purchasing.
Yeah, which one? This is a trial. As I say, it is a trial version for 13 days to use it. You can use it. My Envivo, I have purchasing the Envivo Plus 11. I have purchased it maybe before 3 years when I started my inquiry. So for that, this one is permanent because I paid for it. This one is a trial, but I wanted really to share with you the latest version. I didn't want to go back to Mvivo 11 and explain for you. For that, I have downloaded this the new version, and of course, you know that learning is a journey. So with you, I will with you will learn the new features, and at the same time, we'll have a new experience with the workshop today.
Yeah, that means if they want to have it in on their desktop, they have to purchase it, right?
Yeah, they can try it for 13 days, and after that, they need to purchase it.
Okay, thank you, Sherry.
If you can see above here, purchase Mvivo. After the trial, 13 days remaining. After the 13 days, we need to purchase it, or it will stop working. Okay. So
Okay, Sherry, thank you.
okay, sorry. Is it clear? Because I'm not seeing people, you don't know if people understand you or you are talking very fast. Please, if I'm talking very fast, if you cannot really follow with me, let us tell Meta and she will inform me. Okay. Okay. As you see, yani, there is differences, but yani, if the difference is not really a lot, but the window, the design seems more fancy, I believe, than the previous one, than Mvivo Plus. For always there is the recent projects, open the project, and here if there is collaboration cloud here, this is a new feature. It is not available here. Application options, this is for you can find it here or you can find it from file. Also always you can here, it is a new project. In the new version, it is a new project. Previously it was a blank project. There are some sample projects, they're automated inside. Here, the same thing available. The sample project that you see it here, we will use it within the workshop today, in addition to some to other examples and files. But yeah, put in your, let us put it in our consideration that this sample project will be used today because I log it by my name. You will find my name here. Also, for you, for more information, you will find that like there is a tutorial getting started. For a quick overview of Untitled, click the tutorial below. If you are interested for more reading after today's session, you will find a lot of information good here. Also here, there is NVivo Academy, a lot of workshop, free transcription, as we say, if you want to transcribe something, request a feature, if you want to suggest something. For example, until today, for those who are conducting Arabic interviews, there is a problem from for the text that's written from right to left. Yeah, maybe this raise a very important point here. And if, for example, at my research, I wanted to use Mvivo with an Arabic test and text, and I noticed that really it is even if it is accepted the Arabic text, and you can make the auto coding and this stuff, but it is really when you have a small project like 10 interviews or something like that. Sometimes it is not really not helpful, like when it is in English, for example. So you can vote to have features to support Arabic text. I will go here. I will open a blank project in the Mvivo 11 just to show you in a glance what are the tabs and let's see, try one. I will call it try one. I will repeat these steps in the new Mvivo. So this is just if you open any video, just to be to know that if it is not really similar window, it is from the previous one. Here you will notice the difference, a lot of differences here. Here, for example, the source of data. Here, if it is node classification. Also here there are create, data, analyze, query, explore, layout, and view. You will notice that the new Unvivo is more friendly, really, more simplified, more clean than this very crowded and previous Unvivo. So this is just for your information. If you open any video and notice that it is not really simple as you will see it today. So it talks about a previous Unvivo. You can benefit from the steps because many of the steps is still, or many of the terms and concepts are still there. But one of the most important concepts that you might hear it in the previous Unvivo, and it is not anymore now, is the use of node. Mvivo uses the word node instead of code. Maybe the reason that they don't want to go with coding, thematizing, this is so they choose node. But now they're returning back to use code. This is one of the most important things that you put in, that if you hear node in any video, they mean code. So let's go again to I will close Mvivo 11. You will not need it anymore. We will go to our Mvivo today. Yeah, Metta, you want to say something?
Yes, Sherin, there's a question like this works only in interviews or does it have other purposes?
What? Can you please repeat? I didn't get the question.
Yeah, this works only in interviews or does it have other purposes?
This has work in internet?
No, interviews. Is it only for interviews or there are other purposes? She's asking, yeah.
Wait, okay.
Interviews.
Interviews.
The question was about interviews. Can this
Interviews.
be?
Yeah. Interviews. Sorry, I didn't get it. Maybe I need to. Yeah. No, of course. As I say, let me return back. I think that let's return back to one of the more here. When I was talking about where Mvivo can help us, I said that we are working, we are observing, we are collecting data during qualitative inquiries by using observation, document, narrative, dialogue, and we are collecting text, images, sounds, videos. So all of these can be format can be used. So it is not only interviews, not only transcribed interviews. We can also use it to analyze another type of qualitative data, even surveys, even Excel data. Excel format can be we can import it and use it within Mvivo. Mvivo can be utilized for really big projects, really. And it's something for interviews. Let me tell you, if I have 10 interviews and I want to make quotes, it is very easy for me if I have the transcribe to go in a Word to highlight and add comments, and at the end I will have like the first reading coding, and take this code to Excel sheet, and in a column I will put all the codes I have discovered them, and in different rows, I mean, and in different columns I will put the participants, and from each interviews I can copy and paste, and I finalize it, and it will be very easy and available. All the responses connected to the same code are at the same row in Excel. If you want, I can show you an example, easy example about using Excel in a very easy way with the small projects of qualitative data. And Vivo is really important and is really helpful when data is not really small, when the project is a little bit big. Also, Untitled can help you in very important step during the research literature. If you know now, many of the literature are written in a PDF, which is like a text PDF. It is not an image. If it is an image, also we can use it, but in a different way. But if you have a PDF literature, and you collect all these data in NVivo, you can use it even in literature review. Does this answer your question?
Yes, it does. Thank you so much.
I know this is an essential and really we need to focus. People need to understand the basic things because to move forward. Now, as we notice that we open Unvivo, you will find after install Unvivo, you will find it at the shortcut of it at the desktop. If you didn't, just in a search, I don't know which system you have, you can write Unvivo and you will get the latest the available Unvivo file in your computer. And as you say, we open Unvivo now. So we will go, we have different choices. We can choose a new project. If we want to, if we have a recent project that we work with it and we want to open it, we can open it. If we want to open other a project, we can press and browse. For example, let us see other. You can press and browse from wherever you want from your system. Are you with me? And of course, you can go to new project. Now, for those people who have Unvivo, you have a minute to open your Unvivo. At that time, I'll open my AC. It's become hot at my room. Okay. So please, for those who have Unvivo, please open it to be with me with the next steps. For those who doesn't have NVivo, who do not have NVivo, this is what you will see when you choose open a new Mvivo, choose a new project. This is what is prospected to see. Okay, so I'll consider that all people open it now. I'll choose a new project, and in a new project, as you see, new project step 1 out of 2. The new Unvivo is really, really amazing. It is really educational. In every step, you will have like tips, you will have information, tell you about what is this step, what you should do. For example, a project created in this version, it cannot be opened in a previous version. Very important information. If you will start a project with this and you have a previous one, and you decide to return back to that previous one, you cannot. So from the beginning, you need to know that using this Mvivo will not, this version will not be really used in the previous version. In a project title, as an advice, it is not really related to the Mvivo itself. You can name anything, but as it is a qualitative data, and we are dealing with a qualitative project. And as I say, mostly we are dealing either with a big project, a long period project that can take a long period, or it is a team project. It's better to use a good names that describe what we are doing. For example, this is Mvivo essential course. I will essential Mvivo essential course. Mvivo essential. Okay. Here I'll browse where to put it. For example, usually it is it will be a document, but because I have previously installed something, it's choosing here. I will describe this file is used as an example at essential Mvivo course or workshop. Of course, here you will write the description of your project. Keep a log of user action. This is very important. You know, when you keep a log, that means every step that you are doing it will be registered. This is very important, especially when we are working as teams. So to know who do what, who does what. Okay, if you want to keep, we'll press it. If we don't, we'll. Of course, it is important for text analysis of your data. Select the text content language that most of your data files will be. As usual, it is English, but we have these other supported data. As you notice, there is no Arabic. If you choose other, it will allow you, but really, as I told you, it is not really helpful, especially and if you want to make like not auto coding, it will be manual coding. Okay, go to next. And next here, there is things about the project saving. If you are a person who forget to save, I advise you to choose auto save yes. However, if you didn't choose yes for auto save, for example, if you are trying things and you don't want to save it until you get convinced with it, and we will provide you with other options that remind me within, and you choose within how many hours you want to be reminded. Of course, you can also choose no. Okay, for project recovery, usually and we will put another place. For example, if you are this recovery will happen within 30 minutes. Every time you are not saving, or if anything happened during the work and you didn't save, every 30 minutes there will be a backup version in another place in your computer, usually called NVivo recovery. And you also can choose wherever you want to put your recovery. Of course, for better recovery, you can choose it in like outside hardware or flash or something, because if something happened to the computer, you will not benefit from recovery at all. Okay, so and we will choose here create a project. It is not responding with me. I hope it will be open now. Okay. Here there is a very interesting tour. I advise you all to go through it. It will tell you about the the features or the abilities that Unvivo will provide you within doing the project. Yani, it will give you about how data is imported, how you create different codes by using different ways, auto coding, or even drag and drop and this stuff. It also will tell you about cases and how you can create the cases. When we are talking about cases here, we're talking about different participants, different places, different programs. It depends about your qualitative inquiries. And if there is a demographic connected to those cases, how we can create this demographic and all this stuff. And it gives you in a glance of very quick things here about, yeah, you can create your memo, annotations, and information that you want to add to your, it is not from participants, it's not from literature, it is from you as a researcher. Also, if you want to explore your data, explore your codes, if you want to make a kind of query, ask questions and get more complicated analysis, you can go to a query, to criteria or the result and save them. Also, you can visualize many things. You can find it, you can generate bar chart, mind maps, hierarchy, cluster, and a lot of things are available. And of course, here it's about the other advanced feature that I told you about it, which is about collaboration, transcribing, and integration with Word and with Word, Excel, and Outlook. Okay. So the tool is beautiful. It will not take like 5 minutes if you will pass through it and read it when you sit alone. And now I'll exit the tool. As I said, the new Unvivo is really, really helpful in the way that it presents data. As you say, if you put let us put, for example, here, code. Anywhere you put it, you put the cursor on it, or you choose, you will find information about these codes. For example, if you open the cases, you will get information about these cases. If you are putting for notes, for example, what is means? Let me show you more things here. For example, files, and let me choose more. It will give you information about files, and after that, it will take you to the help and will give you different things. See, it will talk about files, what are the source type, if it is document, that means Word documents, if it is PDFs, if it is data sets, audio and video files, pictures, externals. When we are talk about externals, we talk about, if I have a book, for example, a hard book, and I want to write information about that hard book, how I can do it. It's about memo, if I am writing memos, framework, methods. Here, it will give you a lot of information about the topic that you are covering. Okay. Let's go and have a real example. As I say, now, after I will share with you a file. I'll give you like 3 minutes to download it and put it in your computers. And we will start with importing different type of file to go to the next step in our presentation. Yeah, that's good that I have put. Yeah, if you have, before moving to that point, this is why we need to have notes to remember things without work. If we have projects from a previous version, we will notice this. Let me open, so do not worry if you see this, just do it. I will go File, Open, and I browse. Let me choose, yeah, I've seen this is, I believe it is, I hope it is, yeah, I don't know if it is converted or it's a new version. Let me choose one from my document. Previous one. I mean, Arabic training. Yeah, let us choose this. See, project converted to this version of Unvivo cannot be opened in a previous version. First, you cannot open it very directly. Second, you need to convert it. So if you receive this, don't worry. It is just will update your previous file to the new one. Just you will convert it. And it will be done like that. Okay. Now let's close it. And of course, we will close the program now. The program is closed. So I will reopen it to open, and you will see how we can open the project again. Okay. Now, you remember our file? It was named Unvivo Essential. Just we will click it and it will be opened because it is under the recent project. Okay. Okay. I will share now the files that you need to download it in your computer so we can start do the first example. It is here where I think I can download in the chat, right? Yeah, file. Oh, and this file is not supported file formats. So why? Seems okay. Let me try to put a compressed one. Yeah, I have sent for you the files as a compressed version. You will have these files. Let me open. You will have a folder with the interviews. You will have new articles, example of articles, PDFs articles, and I have another PDF. I will show you what is the difference, and I have image. Okay. So please, everyone, download it, extract it, and have it at your desktop, for example, or a document, and you will have Unvivo files with interviews folder, new articles folders, images, and working through effects file. Okay. It is 2:46 at my computer. I will resume at 2:48. If it is not enough, just tell me. I think 2 minutes it will be enough. I have just read the chat within these 2 minutes to see if there is any questions, and I noticed the conversation about the purposes of Mvivo. As I said, it is a really a very rich tool, that bank of tools. Let us say, more than it is a rich tool. It is a rich bank of tools that you can use it even for transcribe, organize, code, initiate different the way of reporting queries. It is very supportive, but it depends on you as a researcher what you want to do. It is about how you will utilize it for the sake of answering your question. Does it the question if they are deductive way, if you will start from theory and you want to prove it, or inductive, you want to initiate or suggest a new theory, you start from it depends if you want to start from the participants and then go to theory, or from theory and to discover to what extent the theory is really supported in the real life. It depends on you. Okay, I think it is, we have, I think all of you get the files. So now we will go to the second step that I am doing here, just to be always, yeah, importing data. In importing data, we will all need, for those who doesn't have the, who do not have the program, you will have this screen and you will go to either to import tab here, and you will have different things. Now we will see, and all to a new right click, and choose import files. Let us try to import different files now to show you some possibilities that we have. As I say, you can go here, and as I like always right click the things and find what I want, I will go to import files. In import files, you will see this. Of course, I will go to where to the desktop, where I have the Mvivo file, and I will choose to import Barbara interview. Let's choose Barbara. This is a Word document. It is an interview with a person called Barbara, and I choose it and then open it. Okay. Did you follow the step? I will repeat it again. Slowly. I know that sometimes I'm a little bit fast, but it is really easy. Let us go. I'll go either to import or to files, right click files. I'll get this options. I'll choose import files. Of course, there is import surveys, and but here we will go. It is an essential, so we'll go only with in every section of Unvivo. I'll take the most important steps that most of us use them. Okay, import files, and as I say, I'll go to desktop and I'll choose where I have stored in Vivo. Just for it is an advice. You can do it like whatever you want, but it's better to create a folder that you put all your sources at that folder with the Mvivo file. So in the future, if you move the file from place to place, you will move the folder with all the resources that you use it. So you will not have like disconnected links. So this is just a hint. Use it in the future. Here, for the purpose of this workshop, I didn't do it today, but it is really better in. Especially when project, for example, will be for 1 year. You don't want to move, you move it or you rearrange the files, and after that discover that you have a lot of disconnection between between the sources and what you have in Unvivo. So just keep the whole things at the same place. Okay, let's choose Barbara. Here, as you see, create a case for each imported file. I'll show you. We will not do it, but if you choose it, it will ask you about a classification. We will talk about case and classification later, okay? So I will remove it now, okay? And import. Okay. When you import, you will get this window. Again, as much description you will write, as much the data will be usable by other member of the team and by you after a period of time. Because if you forget, here everything you added will help you in the future to remember what you have added. For example, this, let's say interview with Of course, this is simple. Sometimes you import other files, PDFs. You choose it. Here also, you can choose a color for any document you choose it. Let's choose like yellow, for example, for Barbara. If you want to add attribute, and this is also connected to classification, but here about classification of files, and we will talk about it in the next step, how we will classify files. Let us just press OK. Okay. This is the first type of document that we imported. Of course, we can import another type. I suppose that all of you follow the steps with me and we finish this. The same steps will be followed for other type of files, like let's go import.
Excuse me, what is the type of the program that can open this file, kind of file?
What
The
this is a document. This is Word document.
So it is opened with Word, okay.
No, Unvivo file cannot, the final file, the project that you created now cannot be opened except for with Unvivo, and this is the recent, yeah. So you cannot open the project with any other type of program or application. This only will be opened, the project will with Unvivo. But if you are talking about the Barbara document, it is a Word document that I just only
when I download the file, how can I open? Because it does not open. Is this a specific?
Oh, sorry, you need to extract it. It is compressed. Just please right-click it and let me show you. No, sorry.
Okay,
it seems that I wasn't clear because I tried to give you the files as a folder, but it was refused by Zoom, so I compressed them. Just you right-click them and you choose extract files. And after you extract the files, you will get the folder Mvivo files.
Okay.
After that, you will get in the folder inside this Mvivo file. You will find interviews, new articles, image, working throughout. You will see this folder, which is arranged like this.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, is it clear now? Just right-click, extract the files. Anybody have any other issue? Can I let me see the chat if anybody have a question? Seems no. Why it doesn't come to me? I'm not seeing the chat.
No, Shireen. No.
Okay. Let's move forward so we can cover more topics within this. We have still only 1 hour, so let's move forward. Okay. We will
excuse me, Ms. Shireen?
import. Yeah.
The Word format, does it have to be in a certain way? Like, for example, in the previous session, you showed us in SPSS, the Excel sheet should be like in a specific format for us to import it in the SPSS. Is it the same way here?
No. It is Word. It is Word. Now you will see. Let me show you here. Here, for example, it is written. It is only a written one. Let us see it here. NVivo is really powerful with the qualitative data, and it helps you to يعني really I faced maybe a problem on file format with audio. When you try to, like, let me show you an example. Some version of audio you cannot really import it to NVivo. Otherwise, for Word and this stuff, as even I say at the beginning, one of the features that even NVivo now offer it with this new version is the integration with Word. يعني in the future you will find something like here. You will find the logo of NVivo here in the tabs. So it will be really, and you can just only click on it and export it directly from Word to NVivo. Okay.
Shireen, there's another question from a student. He's asking whether interview videos can be uploaded too.
Yeah, we can upload some videos, some audios, as I say, if it is supported by NVivo. Some kind of audio and video may be not supported. NVivo will give you a hint, and after that, you know, there is a lot of converters, so you can use them. This is the issue of converting. It needs really one other session to be discussed. So, but in general, yeah, you can import also videos, and this is what I'm trying to do it now. I want to import different other types of to show you how we can import other type of files, other format of files, and also I will show you example. Okay, so
Thank
okay,
you, Shireen.
so let us go now import files. And as you notice, even in this the file, I have image, for example. I will import it here. I will import it. I can write image example, for example, example, and here it is. See, to give you directly, it is a picture, and okay, I can color it or not. It is not. So here, see, even if you are seeing with me, here is different. Here it is document. See, directly it gives you an image type. Let's go to again. This is a PDF file. Also, it is imported. You can write anything about it. Okay. And finally, you can import. Not finally, you can import more types. Okay. Yeah, why I choose this, because this is different PDF way for format. It is like picture, it is not really text PDF. I'll choose it. Okay, there is also here import. This is not with you, but I will show you. There is like, you can get survey from Excel, from Survey Monkey. Let me show you something from Excel, how it will happen, how it will be. Not, يعني just you will go here. No, not here. I didn't put it. I put it here. English. Yeah. For example, what are invoices? See, you will find if you it is a little bit different, but to make it easy, just you will do next, and you will choose. They will ask you, show you how will the format. It is exactly as it is in Excel, and you will write next and next, and here close ended. It is a close ended. You can choose if it is open ended also, and next, and finally finish. And you will import a survey. I'll show you how it will look. See, it is the logo of it is different. Okay. Okay. Shall I see it here? This is the Excel. You have different record, and you how it was. Some, I don't know, an Excel that I found it, and I wanted to show you how you can see it. Okay. Did you try different version? Did you try to import the different version? Shall I give you 1 minute? Let me give 1 minute until I close the files. I close everything. there is something we call it file classification. In file classification, here I want to say something very important. It is important to know where you are putting your cursor. Here I'm choosing file classification. As you see, there is information about file classification. I will close it. I will right click it and choose a new classification. If I'm choosing something else and I right click here, other options will come. So be sure where you are putting your cursor in the left hand options here. It's very important to know, because if you are looking for something, for example, here codes, and you click right, you want to add files, and you click right here, you will not find files. So files, file classification, I mean, we will go close. Let's choose here. Okay, a new classification. Well, let me say I want like PDF files. Let us say PDF text file. I will call them PDF text file. Text file. These files are text, and you can where the text can these let's say these files are text, because some files are not text. Okay, and let us say there are, as you notice here, that if you don't want to create a new classification, you can choose from a previous classification. If it is, for example, aggregated database, ancient text, artwork, it depends. Bill, for example, blog, book, whatever you want, you can choose. Here, no, I will choose this. I create one and I'll make OK. This is one of the classification. Okay, I have a classification. I want to have, for every classification, we can add something, we call it attribute. It is a description about that classification. So for example, for this, I will put like, let us say, I will call this attribute editable, or let us call it editable. Okay, and the values, let us say, you know, it's PDF. Okay. Here assigned, not assigned, I will add, say, here, edit, the ability, text, or text, let's say, or editable. Let me call it editable. Yes, no. Yeah. Editable. Okay. I can give it a color. Okay. And okay. And I have now the PDF. I go here, for example, I have these two files. Let us open this file, just to understand what I mean. Here in this file, I can see choose. I can choose it. In the other file here, working through effects, I hope I choose the correct file. Yeah, here, see, it is an image. I cannot choose text. So when I will choose this, I will say classification, no classification. Okay, I will choose file classification. And in file classification, yeah, no, I will choose PDF text file. Okay, now when I choose PDF text file, I will see that this is edit. It is an editable one. Okay, for example, this is it is another way of a classification. It is how we can organize data. Okay, other way to organize data, or here also to know, if, for example, for image, if image or for interview, let me have interview classification. Interview. Okay, for interview, I want to have the following attribute, new attribute. I want to say location. For example, this will be text. Okay, Okay, see, give me a reminder that it wasn't set for 15 minutes. Okay, I want to say this location, and here when I choose, for example, Barbara, I need to choose it. Go to file classification. I will choose interview. It will come to me like this, interview. And in location, I need to add here something. Let me choose here. Interview, file classification, here. I will choose new attribute, values, yeah. Sorry, I didn't add value for the interview. I need to add value. Yes, interview, and I will add value. New interview, new attribute. Okay. Location, and in location I will see add, for example, Al Ain, where it was done, Abu Dhabi, and Al-Dhafra, for example, if we are conducting in these three region interviews, or it depends about where this interview was conducted. Okay, it must be unique within classification. Yeah, let us location one. Okay, now let's go to attribute here. Here in location now, I can choose. No. What is happening here? Yeah, files. In Barbara, I will go and choose. No. Classification, I will choose interview. It is now interview, and we'll go here again. And I say, Barbara, for location one, there wasn't attribute. Here I have different attribute. I can choose within them. Al Ain, for example, this was conducted in Al Ain. So to do file classification, we need first to choose what classification we have. Okay, and now everything, if we choose interview, every interview will come here. Every other documents will come in other places. Now here also, here for example, this location, I don't want it. This is one attribute, I don't want it. Okay, we can also have other demographic, other things related to this by location, time to conduct this interview, the period of anything related to the interview. Also, this can be done by cases, but in cases we are here we are talking about the like that file classification. In cases we can talk about the age group, the for example, the gender, level of education. So in cases we can have like more, we can choose to have demographic things. Here we are talking about file classification, which has the same concept that we have kind of classification, and if under this classification there is an attribute, and for every attribute you need to have values. So 3 steps for classification. You choose the classification first. You create a classification. In the classification, you make an attribute, which is location, and within the attribute, you need to have values. And after that, you for every file, you will give it a classification. You will go and choose the classification, the attribute, and then the values related to that attribute. Of course, you can have more than one attribute within the same classification. Is it okay with the concept of classification now? Do you want to
Shireen?
try it? Or there is a question, because I am hearing 10, 10, 10.
Yes, Shireen, in the chat also, there's a request from a student. Please, can we dedicate the last hour to analysis and coding, please?
No. We are going now to analysis and coding.
Okay. And also, if like the others have questions, they can ask now, I think.
if you want us to move to analysis and coding and showing you how we can do codes, I believe that because we cannot do codes if we are not really having the files and this stuff. So if it is a quick question, let us take it. There is a question, you say?
No, Shireen, in the chat, that request is there.
Okay, خلاص,
I just confirmed whether anyone has questions or not.
No. Yeah, okay. Now let's now we have, as you say, as you see, we have this file. I close it. We all, for those who have the recent NVivo and even the previous one, we have file. We call it. Let us go file open. Environmental change down east, and I will close so we can turn back to the please close this file. We will open a file that a sample, so we can run some analysis and you can see more in-depth examples about the abilities of Mvivo. Okay, if you want to save, you will save it. No, okay, I'll save it. And here again we will open Mvivo. Okay. Okay. Go to sample project multi-method, okay, and press it. Okay, and we will skip the tour. Okay. Now this is our project. It is with every Mvivo. It is version even from 11. But as you requested, we are going to coding. But let us see if we are covering everything here. Yeah. See, just classify files. We have finished it. I will not talk about externals. It is an easy thing that it is about things that you are you want to use it, but it is not here. Just for your information, you can within the folder you can create whatever folder you want. For example, literature also. This is another way of classification. You can have see here. Let me show you here. We have interview folder, we have literature folder, we have new article folder. Just you click, right click, and you have the new folder. Okay, and if you want to delete it, you right click and delete it. Okay, this is just to move from this to this. Let's go to coding. We have two ways of coding. There are in new Untitled also there is another a third one. We can code directly from the document itself. We can have auto coding, and we can also drag. Let us see. For example, we will go. I will show example of the codes here. Here are the codes that they were created within the. Shall we stop a little bit because it is Adhan time? I cannot talk. I don't know why it is go to, okay, I suggest it was for everybody. Okay. As you see, they have created codes like attitudes. There are, previously they were called notes. It is a code now. Under the code, there are child codes or subcode, as you see. Like, we want to create something like this. How we can create? For example, I have read the literature and I passed through and then during collecting data, I have some idea about the code, or let's say we will start about from our question. Here in coding, as I said, we choose coding and we will go to code and we will right click and we will find the new code. Okay, let us say that these answers are about the question number 1. Sometimes we do it like this, question number 1. Okay, what is the question number 1? Anything, you can write whatever you want. You can choose a color. This is good. This is very good in presenting data later when you have a lot of code. Okay, green and okay. So I have now question number 1. It is there, as you see. Okay. In question number 1, there are I find things related to different, let us say, themes or codes. I'll choose it and will create, choose it and will create a new code. Okay, and I'll say sub 1, for example. And notice here, in analyzing, do you want me to aggregate coding from children or not? Let us say okay, and this is here, also will be here. If I want to change anything of the code itself that I created, I go to code property. For example, if I want to choose aggregate and I wasn't choosing, I want to change the color, for example, to pink, anything I want to change any description, to choose a nickname, it is up to you. You can go directly right click and choose whatever. Here also you can aggregate it from here, and you can, we have code and subcode. Okay, returning to the interviews, and I want to connect. I have different ways. Okay, let us go to Barbara, for example. It is a text. I want to connect this text. I want to say that this, I want it to be coded under question number 1. I'll choose right, as you see, I highlight it, right click and code selection, and I come here and I'll choose question 1. I want the question 1, I want sub 1. Okay, and okay, let's go to code here again. I'll go to sub 1, I'll double click it. You will find the sentence that I choose it here in sub 1 here. You notice that? Right. Let us see an example of one code. They make it like balance, for example. See, balance. Okay. In balance, they have chosen code. It is written here from 6 files. See the statistics. They found something related to statements related to balance from 6 files and 16 times. So, for example, here show you file interviews Barbara. They find this. In Vicky and Paul, they find this. And this is a text, by the way. This is an audio. Here they are choose. It is an audio. Here, for example, from this reference here, and here from Helen also, it might be an audio or video. Okay, because here it is not text. It gives you a period of time. Here also it is a text. Okay, now this done in the same way as I do it in a text. Let us do it again with another type of files. Let's go to files here. No, let's go area and township. This is picture. Let us say that I want, this is this picture. I want to connect it. I want to connect part of it with the question number 1. Okay, how I can do it? I will do it the same way. For example, this part, I want to right click and code selection, and I want to choose sub 1 and create a code. Even if I'm writing something here and I want to code it with the picture, I will code selection and go and do it like that. Okay. What about, let us see here, it is interview, but here, for example, Helen. See Helen? It is clear that it is an audio. Okay, I want to code this. I want to choose this. See? Right click it and code it. And I will code it here. I'll choose something, drag it. I want to see, for example, I want to choose this also. See, I'm dragging, I'm clicking and dragging and right clicking and coding. Also, I'll choose it in sub 1. Okay. Let's go to another type of document. For example,
Sherin, excuse me. There's a question. A student is asking, parts of a video also can be selected.
yes, I am going to a video now. If you
Okay,
wait,
okay, thank you.
yes, it is a part of the video and even the description of the video. I am going to the video now. Just wait for me, the computer a little bit taking time. Yeah, here, for example, it's a video. Okay. For example, I want to choose something here, same thing. I want to say that this part, also part of sub 1, and I will create, okay. Here, for example, I'm describing something and I want to code it. Same thing, I will code. Right click, code selection, and try. This is one way. As I say, okay, we choose a lot of things. Let us go and see the effect on how it will appear in sub 1. Let us see. See, now first of things, the statistic here, if you see files down, I'm choosing 4 here. From 4 files, 1 document, 1, okay, I choose 7 times things related to sub 1, and it is here. All the data about them, it is here. See, also, to make it easy, it will show me in a different presentation. See, I'm going to the very right side of the computer. See, please, here we have summary, references, text. Here it show me text. It will show me from where as a text I'm choosing the code. It will show me the picture and it show me exact picture. And if it is something from here, if you notice, it will show me the audio and exactly from where. Did you see it? And if from the video, it should show also presented for me, and even the text that even the connected text. Okay, this is how it looks. One of the things that happens with me, and it might happen with you. See, anything you open it continue here. If you don't want a lot of a crowd, for example, I opened this previously, I don't want it. خلاص. I open Helen also. خلاص, I have finished from it. Why to keep it here? Also here, no, here it is. Here, even also this that I open it, I don't want it, and here also. So sometimes you open a lot of things. Anything you open it, you need to close it if you don't want to use it. Now I have shown you or shared with you one of the ways to make manual, what we call it manual coding. There are other things to be done. For example, for this for this document, for Barbara document, for example, which is open now, okay, I can edit. For example, I want to edit something here. I discovered that there is something written not correctly or something. I will edit it. I can edit whatever you want. Okay. Other things that I can do it here while I'm reading, for example, And you know, it is like what you have when you read from a paper, you have a pen and you start write notes, right? For example, here it's come to my mind that I want to add about these things. There is an idea comes to my mind and I want to add it. So I want to say, I want to make a new annotation, new margins or something. I want to write something about this. Okay, imagine what will happen now. See below, see here, annotation. I can write, for example, I think this means blah, 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 blah. Okay, you write your thought. Here you are starting to reflect. You make kind of reflection directly. And you can, even your reflection, you can code them later if you want. As I say, it depends about how you will use it. Okay. Another thing beautiful in this version, and it wasn't before. Oh my God, open please. That you can have something we call the code panel. In code panel, for example, let me see, do this. I'll choose this sentence, for example, and I say this. What happened here? Okay, I want to choose this and put it in balance. Just code it to balance directly. What you choose is go directly to balance. Let me Control Z, and I want to take something to make it clear for you here. I want to take this from Barbara and take it to our sub question, and let us go to sub and see it. It will be there in a text. Add it down in a text. Okay, it is added directly. Just drag it and put it in a theme. It is a very easy way to be added. Okay, even now, if you want to go like this and code selection, and you discover a new theme or something, you can create a new code and no, under new code. No. What is this? Code, yeah, here. Rename, I will rename it sub 2, for example. And here is rename new one, just. And you can now choose this in sub 2 and directly go and put your data there. So you can drag directly to one of the codes. You can create a new code from the text while you are reading, and you can also select from the available codes. And this is these are different way for manual coding. And as we notice, we can code text, literature, PDF file. Let me show you something about the PDF file. Let us see a PDF file. Yes, please. For example, even in PDF file, you can code. If you are, for example, reviewing literature, you can code. This is a text. You can code it, and go and. For example, you want to make a definition, something you can choose and code. If the PDF is like the PDF, the one that I have sent it for you is like a picture, you will code it like a picture. Just you will select it as a picture, and you will code it at the same way. Okay, let's put it like this. I don't know what's coming back. Okay, this is for coding. Now I will give you like 2 minutes to try. I want you just to try to go try to make some kind of code, some kind of coding using the sample project that we have it. Okay, is it enough to try it now? You will go to either you will start from the files and you will choose you choose directly, or you can go to, as I say here, from the code ban. It is there. It depends on how you can do it. Let me see if there is a question in chat while you are trying this step. You do not need now the file. You can please just to do this. Yeah, you can use the file to try, but to have different type of files and to make it really easy for you, just go to new and choose sample project. It is available when you open the Mvivo, you will find sample project. It is named sample project. You will find it there. طيب. Now we will try something we call it auto coding. Let us move to what we call it auto coding. Okay, we have these interviews. I'll press this to arrange the data. So I will choose these data, for example. Let us see, it is now, as you see, home, everything is dim, it is gray, you cannot use it. Just I want to choose these data. This is one way. And I want to go to something we call it auto code. Auto code. Auto code is amazing for exploring them. I'm not advising that the final code to be an auto code, but as you start with the data and you want to, especially if you are not the person who collects the data. You know, if you are the researcher and at the same time you collect the data, you have already have an exposure with that data because you collect it by yourself. You go, you interview people, you observe, and but in a bigger project, sometimes you are not the person who collect the data, and even you are not the person who transcribes it. So you need to have like a quick view about what is the data and what is the things there. What is that? So you need to have a way that to help you, an automatic way. This is an auto code. Okay, let us see. These are for example, the interviews that I for auto code. If you go to do it for the first time, you might get a message to tell you that you need an update or something. You can go for it. It will take approximately 3 minutes to 5 minutes, not more. So you can try it. Okay. I want the program to identify first the themes. Let us see what are the themes that will be identified automatically if we conduct from these interviews. Next. Now it will come to me preparing to identify themes. See, it is themes and code, and it seems that they want to, different theories, different things, themes, code, anything you want it, we put it. For those here, yeah. Here also, it gives you the ability to choose. For example, this about environment and things. So the themes that found, it is like fishing, change, water, industry. Of course, they discover the themes based on the frequency of word, the meaning, things. They have, what we call it artificial intelligence. They can utilize these things to discover themes to support you. Change, water, industry, and even in some themes there are sub themes. If you notice, commercial, and for every one they tell you how many times it was mentioned. And of course you can choose if it is okay, not okay, or are you going with these sub themes, or you can just remove them. See, if you remove them, everything will come under fishing. Let us choose the default, and this is the water, industry, new, everything. And let's go next. code sentences, it will ask you what to code, sentences or paragraph. Yani for every theme to code the whole paragraph or sentences. Let us choose sentences and go. And one of the amazing thing here, if you have like your own code and you don't want it to be mixed with the automatic code, it open for you a folder. Let us call it auto-coded interviews. Okay. Okay. Now and finish. Okay. And let us see what we will find now. Wow. Here, different kind of presentation. It will show you different kind of presentation. Fishing, for example. If you press fishing, wow, it's become bigger. Commercial fishing, 8 fish houses, everything related to fishing it will be here. Okay. Let's press it again. You will go. It is one way of a presentation. Here is summary. For example, summary of everything here. Here is fishing. Okay. First, let us go to find where this file was saved. Yeah, auto-coded interview. Here, this is the auto-code that we have created now without any effort, just only choosing the interviews, and these are everything in the code. Let us see here. If I will open, for example, area, I will open area. Here is the text related to area. You notice anything related to area is here. But let us go here to different way of presentation because I like it. Here, for example, you choose this. Here is summary. Here you can choose this. You can choose this. Every area, what are things, and you can, for example, water, become for this. You will click it again. You will go to home. Change. Anything related to change is coming here, and you can minute change, see minute change, huge change. See, till you, if you put the cursor, it will tell you exactly where to take. Let us go to home again. This is one of the presentation, 3 maps. This is also one of the presentation. Coding reference, if you want to see coding reference. Okay. You want to try it? Go ahead and try it. This is one of the amazing things that you can find it within Mvivo to help you to discover your data to discover the auto-coded themes. Of course, finally, the decision is for the researcher. Mvivo try to help you to find the most repetitive word, and by this they can help you to make kind of code, initial coding. I'm calling it. I cannot call it really a coding, but initial coding. Okay.
Shireen, excuse me. Yeah, there's a question in the chat. Is the use of auto coding the preferred and accepted method of assessing such data?
See, no, of course. Of course, auto coding. I'm calling. The last word I have said. The last statement I have said it's an initial coding. It to help. It is used just to help the researcher to discover initially what are the data. Especially, I said it from my experience because I was really involved in a heavy mixed method research through my dissertation. I conduct like. 15 case studies, and I have a lot of observation. When you are the researcher, you might even do not need the autocode because you have already you have the exposure to the data, and you know the data, and you know the things start to emerge in your mind. Okay, but of course, autocode can help you kind of validity. If this come to my mind and autocode suggests that yes, this is this was really repetitive in this way, it will support you. But really, finally, the decision is the researcher. The decision should be taken by the researcher. Autocode, it is a good way to discover your data. It is to make initial exploration, not it is the best.
Okay, Shane. You?
It is not the preferred. It is used to help you as a researcher to discover your data. Yani, let me tell you an example. There is something we call it, let me show you, sentiments. In sentiments, Mvivo tried to discover positive comment and negative comment, right? It is here, very positive, moderately positive, and they program it in a way that through the document, by using some lexical analysis, they can discover good things and positive perspective, positive statements, and negative statements. What if one of the participants say a joke or say something, but he meant the opposite? You know, sarcastic way in talking. And people will not discover. It will put it as a positive, and it might mean a negative, or vice versa. Okay, is it clear? It's a good discussion, and I believe that other people now tried the auto coding, and inshallah found it an amazing code, amazing tool, and I stress by saying for initial discovering and exploration for the data, not for the final decision. It's clear? Okay. Let me see where we shall go in our presentation now. Yeah, we make kind of, yeah, see, it is data exploration and familiarization. This is what we mean by auto coding here. Okay, in coding strategies and coding and thematic analysis, classes and declassification, and okay, amazing, we are moving in a good way. Okay, let me show you something good for also for exploration of data. We have a query. Let us go with the query. Oh my God. Explore. You know, sometimes we want to make kind of a query. I will do some cross tab. Do you know cross tab? We have, I think it is available in SPSS, but it is here available in a different way. I want to check the availability of something based on 2 criteria, not only 1 or more, by the way. You can choose more. So here you can find information. You notice where I go? I choose explore again. Wallah, Zoom come and cover my screen. Explore. In explore, I choose queries. Under queries, there are different things. I will show you one example because of time. Cross tab. The cross tab, for example, let us go to to the codes. See, when here I want to see, this is the first attribute that I want to find it. I want to find it, and in a code, let us see. I want to go to economy. Let us see economy, and I'll choose everything under economy. I want you to see what people from different ages, let us say, about these different themes under economy. Okay, I will choose here economy, and here I will choose, of course, here people are classified under person, or even they can not be classified. It's not really important, but let us choose this. Okay, here I want what, yeah, age group, for example, or gender maybe. Let us try it with age group. Only one thing, and I will run. See here, files and externals. Search in. I will choose here either files and externals, or I can even specify exactly where to search. I can say I can choose only to search interviews. Okay, but let us take all here. I will cancel just this to show you that even the search you can specify from where to choose. Okay, and here I file and run a query. Run a query. Okay, and see what we get. We get this. 5 people from 30 to 39 talk about economy, 0 talk about agriculture, fishing and agriculture, 5 jobs, 1 tourism, 0, and you can go like this and see and to see. Economy was mentioned by 101, distributed to 5 from 30 to 39, 40, 49, 50 to 33. Did you get it? It is exactly cross tab analysis, but in a qualitative way. You will have it here. Okay. Let us see other presentation for this. See, this is other presentation here. This is the age group, and this is what they mentioned exactly. Did you see it? I like this query. I want to save it for future. I will save it as here. I will call it like economy versus or again vs age group. Okay. I can write a description and here I choose query criteria and okay, I save it. Okay, let us go and see in a query. Is it there? Yes, let me see what yeah, this is what I create, right? Economy versus age group. I didn't lift the spaces. I don't know why I didn't leave the spaces. Okay, this is what I create. If I close it now, otherwise other time I want to open it, I can open it. Or if I don't want to save it, I will not save it. Okay, even here the save criteria, that means I will run it again. But if I want to save a result, I have another things. It is save a result. It will be in a cross tab query. The same thing, economy versus age group. So why there is a difference between saving criteria and saving result? Now this result based on the available data today. Maybe tomorrow when the program is like in progress, more data will come, and I want to run the query with the same criteria again with the more data. So I've saved as a criteria, but here I want to save the results that I get it from this data. So I will save it. Let us say if by the date today to know from which date these data were extracted. Okay, and it will be in query result and okay. Of course, this it shouldn't be at the name. I can put this information at description, but time is running and I'm trying to cover more things here. Okay, and the same here. Yeah. Right. There are also other things which is really beautiful in query. Here in cross tab you can have cases coded, count, a lot of things you can do. But let us go to explore. Yeah, there is also one amazing tool. We call it word frequency. For example, as I say, if you are it is the first time you see the data and you want to understand about the word and everything, you will choose all the file and let us say run a query and see what you will get. From all the words available with you, from all the files that are available, you will get this data. You will see that you will see the following. Fish with this were mentioned like 11 times, fishing 11, and there are other grouping type. For example, if you want exact match, talk is talk. With stemmed word, for example, if talk, it can be the same. Like example, if we are talking about talking, speak, it will be always with each other. With here, when you choose it, like here, it should be exactly talk is talk. Here, if it is in the same, it is the same word, but with the ing, shin, you know. Here, if it gives the same meaning, here it is in the same category or classification. Here it is a little bit with kind of generalization. As much as you make it, you run the query, the data will be categorized in different way based on your choice. This also help you in decide to decide what themes, what code, what are the most repetitive things that happen during your observation, case, interviews, what is available at your data. And also kind of validation. Yani if, for example, if your doctor asks you, okay, you choose this themes, what is the evidence that really this themes was mentioned by most of the people, as you mentioned in your report? You will show them something like that. Some, see, please, this themes was repetitive as this amount of time and in this percentage of the interviews, for example. Oh, it took a long time because it is with highly generalization. I shouldn't choose. I make it in the opposite. In the making a little bit. Let's see, Allah, please go. I want to show them the final things to close. Yeah, here. See, here it show you the different similar words that come in the same regional. See, nesting, part. Did you get here? It give you more things and give you example of similar words. Let us say it in different presentation. We call it the word cloud. You might see it a lot in the internet, in the website, in and you are wondering how they make it or from where they get it. See here, it shows you the process of the data. Yeah, see here, for example, the most maybe community, activity, regional, it is the most repetitive things. Here, if you want to go to see the tree maps, this one, regional, for example, and you click it, and here is the cluster analysis, kind of cluster analysis. It will show you, see, if let us choose a word like this, let us make it bigger, so you can, yeah, it will show you exactly, for example, shoreline is connected to estuarian, coastal, seaward, show you something, it show you the connection even between fishermen, harkers, fish, the connection. Different representation help you to have different decisions. Finally, last word, here, we can choose something, we call it, not here, let us go here. We can go to something, we call it, here, not exact match, I will choose this and run a query with the stem word. For example, here, there's something we call it stop words. In stop words, you want you don't يعني query result exclude the project stop words. Add or remove stop words in the project property. Yani for example, you don't want the, you don't want off, you don't want in, you don't want these words that are not really meaning anything. You can add them in. There are other يعني for example, may add to stop word. See, directly you choose this. I don't want it. خلاص, add it. Okay. Okay. It will. If I run the query again, it will not be there. So I need now to stop. I think time is running, and I hope that you got really helpful information. That will help you in your research journey.
Thank you so much, Ms. Shireen. Can I ask you some questions because I came late? Sorry.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, of course you can, but I think the session time will finish. So can you please, you can contact me through my email.
Yes, please write.
What's your name? Sorry.
I am Abir Arafa. I wrote.
Abir, أهلا وسهلا Abir. Abir, you can contact me through my email. You want, I will add my email here directly, so even you will not need to ask it from anybody.
Okay, and also I write on the chat my mail because the compressed form does not apply to my laptop or something wrong. And
wait a minute. I need to choose everyone. Okay. Please repeat. I couldn't hear.
Because I want you also to send the file again with a compressed form or anything, because I cannot even open it. It does not show that it is compressed or it needs to be extracted. Something.
Abir, for the to training for more training, you can go directly and choose the sample project. It will help you really in doing the training. I use this folder for this training session. So you, my colleague, you can import the files, but you can import any file if you're from your computer. You can import any picture, any Word document, anything. But even though I will share it again, okay? So it is for now. Abir, you are welcome to contact me through email. I'll be happy to share with you anything. Meta, the mic with you if you want to conclude and stop the session.
Shireen,
Yeah, please.
yeah, there's a question from a student like to send a license key to download this program.
Oh, let me tell you, the license key for Mvivo, you should buy it. I don't have it. As you notice, my previous Mvivo was purchased maybe from. I cannot use it if I download it. I use my license key of Mvivo Plus 11 in my laptop. I stopped. I couldn't use it at my PC. For the one that I share it with you today, it is only trial. So if you want to have the license, you can. I believe the college of graduate study, I don't know the college or even your colleges can help you to get it. Just request it from your
I think
doctor
IT, yeah,
or even IT.
IT person,
They can
yeah.
get if not to get the license from them directly, they can purchasing it from they have some fund of research and this stuff. If your advisor think that you need it, they will give it. UAE University is really very supportive in these things, so they can provide you with it. So
Okay.
if there is no question,
Yeah.
I'll be very happy to receive your email, any queries or questions through emails. I am telling you, there is a lot of resources about Nvivo in YouTube. Even if you notice with me, the new version of Nvivo today, the new, the recent version of Nvivo, it is really really, it is an educative, really, it is well informed. For everything you open it, you will have a lot of documents that describe it. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much, Shireen. It was very useful and very descriptive, and I think for the students also it's very valuable. And thank you so much. And there's a request, like I have a request from all the attendees, like please fill the feedback form. I have put the link in the chat also. Okay, then I think thank you so much, Shireen.
Thank you for you. Thank you. I stop sharing and I will leave now. Thank you.